Good morning and welcome to Raghavendra Sports Estate for RSE MVL Premier League Season 8 Silver Cup Final between 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗆 versus the Prime 11. It was a great start for the Prime 11. They've got half side of the opponent in the first 6 overs. They are in total control. Bowlers did a fantastic job. Well, a bit misfield, but a quick recovery. I just see number 6, CB. Great bowling by CS06. Bowled beautifully and got all 5 wickets of 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗆. He bowled 3 overs, 1 maiden, conceded 17 runs. Most of them are in the previous over itself. He conceded 13 runs, including that massive 6 of the last ball. With the economy of 5.67, he got 5 wickets and he still has 1 more over to bowl. At the moment, Faizan Khan and Danish Khan are in the middle. Faizan on 8 of 13 and Danish 7 of 3. Was at the non-striker's end. Misfield again, but they are not interested in the extra run. Flick of the wrist, straight to deep mid wicket for a single. Seven overs gone. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗆 40 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Well, 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗆 are in all sorts of trouble. captain cs06 has done the magic with the ball, breaking the backbone of the opponents. Openers Ahmed Khadri and Mohiuddin. Ahmed Khadri was clean bowled after making unlucky 13. Mohiuddin faced 5 deliveries and gone for none. Farhan Farooqi went cheaply as well. He made 1 run of 3 deliveries. And Faizan Khan is fighting. He's on 9 of 14. A couple of ducks. Imtiaz Alam Parvez and Sheikh Anwar Hussain, the last man to go. It's a good call not to go for that single. Could have been risky, but it was still there in the 30-yard circle. Short covers. That's a man in the deep. Haricharan bowling his first over. The right-arm medium bowler coming from over the wicket. Slower delivery. Swings big. Takes an inside edge. Danish will be back on strike. Faizan really disappointed with that previous shot. Hari lost the line on that occasion. Slightly away from that right-hander. Danish gets to the double-figure mark as well, along with Faizan. Both of them are on 10 runs. Good over so far. Onto the pads. Flicks it for a single and he will keep the strike. Faizan. 8 overs gone, 45 for 5. Another change in the bowling. Dinesh comes into the attack. Has played 85 matches, got 80 wickets. Best bowling figures 6 for 28. Economy of close to 8.5. Ooh, that should be a no ball. It pulls it. Was bowling a leg break. There's still a bit of dew on the outer surface. Here goes the free hit. And very well bowled. Danish swings. Just managed to get an inside edge. Another flighted delivery, brilliantly bowled. Well, he wanted a single. Faizan sent him back. Oh, quicker delivery. Onto the pads. Once again, it's an edge. And that goes to fine leg for 4. Nicely defended. A defensive shot. He didn't try to hit it hard, but it's a placement. That beats the fielder at fine leg, who's in the 30-yard circle. Much needed boundary. That's a good throw as well. Straight onto the stumps. 50 up with that previous boundary. They're on 52 for 5 in 8.5 overs. Flicks, it's in the air slightly. Straight to the man at deep mid wicket. Just a single. And a good over for the batting side, 𝗦𝗃𝗃 11. 8 runs of it, 9 overs gone, 53 for 5. Just one more over to go before the drinks break and the change of sides. Now there's a partnership being built. This has gone up to 24 of 21 deliveries. Still the current run rate is under 6, 5.89, but I think it doesn't matter at this moment. They need a partnership. They need to get back into the game. They still have plenty of overs left. You cannot expect too much from the tail enders. If anyone has to steady the ship, I think this is the pair. They don't want to lose any more wickets, at least for the next 4 or 5 overs. Both these are capable batters. Faizan has been playing very patiently. Has faced 18 deliveries for 13 runs. He's got only one boundary so far. On the other hand, Danish has been aggressive. He has hit a maximum in the over he came into bat. Got the first run quickly. Going to go for the second, but there's no second run for Faizan. Tenth over, it's being bowled by Uma. Right arm off break bowler. Got 67 wickets in 74 matches. Made some room for himself. And cuts it in the gap for single. In the air and taken. Well, that's heartbreaking for Danish. And brilliantly bowled. A good length delivery. Again, he needed some room. He got into the position. He cuts it, but straight to the fielder. Catching practice for the fielder there. Beg your pardon, it's Faizan Khan. Heritage taking a simple catch. Wanted to play through covers, but ended up cutting it straight to point. It's gone for 14 of 20 deliveries. That includes one boundary. The sixth wicket down for 56. And the prime 11 are back again with their attack. (56 for 6). (56 for 6) in 9.3 overs. Umar gets a wicket in his first over, and the new batter is Mohammad Arif. He's off the mark straight away, looking for two. And good running between the wickets. Mohammad Arif has played 398 matches. Has got 4,177 runs with an average of 17.19. Fielder there. Well fielded. Collecting it off the first bounce. That was slightly over-pitched. A flighted delivery, almost the batter thinks could have gone as wide. He's not happy with the decision, but has to walk anyway. Well, halfway through the innings, 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗵 6 down for 59. And now it will be change of sides. Dinesh bowling his second over. Well, overthrow that allows them to go for the second run. Well, he bowled beautifully so far. Last ball of the over. Well, flakes it. Umar puts his foot. I could have gone for 4 if that beats the fielder there at fine leg. 11 overs gone, 66 for 6. Improved the run rate to 6 runs and over. Also, the partnership gets into the double figure mark, 10 runs of 9 deliveries. Umar continues. Well, now it's change of a ball because of the dew. Well, that's in a very bad shape, the previous one. Well, the ball got wet completely, and the umpires decided not to proceed with that. Oh! Dropped. Brilliant effort though by Umar. An opportunity to caught and bowl. Pulls the length back a bit. Well, these overthrows costing them some runs. Excellent running between the wickets. They ran for 3. Well, that's like rubbing salt on the wound. First ball was a drop catch, and then they ended up giving 3 runs of the next ball. To in a bizarre manner. The fielder at fine leg. We'll keep it to a single. The bowling attack has been good. All the bowlers have done decently well. Well, the captain has been the hero so far, saving his over for later. He's got 5 wickets, including a maiden in those 3 overs. And the other wicket taker is Umar. Play inside out. And that's gone straight to deep cover for a single. Danish will keep the strike. "12 overs have been bowled. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗵𝗃 72 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Haricharan bowling his second over. Conceded only 5 runs in his first. It's a lovely shot through the ground. Straight long gone. Once again, nicely bowled. And that's gone up in the air. Is it an opportunity? No. Falls in no man's land. The fielder at long off is a lot straighter and almost on the boundary rope. The fielder at deep extra cover. He has no chance either. Another slower delivery. Punches on the back foot. Another single. Three singles back to back so far of the 4 deliveries that he has bowled. Yeah, they're just taking singles and slowly building the partnership here. Has gone up to 20 runs of 20 deliveries between these two batters. Danish is trying to take some risks, trying to free up his arms. He's getting only singles. Just another 5-run over from Haricharan. 13 overs gone, 77 for 6. Umar continues, cuts it off in the gap. Very well fielded. Recovered. Nice 20-25 yards. Fielder at deep point. The fielding has been good so far, except those a couple of overthrows. The catching has been good. It's a perfect teamwork so far from the fielding side, the prime 11. Now he's coming from around the wicket. Catch it is a call, but it won't be a catch, as there's no one in the 30-yard circle at mid-off. Well, the dew is still playing a key role in this match. Expecting the sun to come out, at least in the last 3-4 overs. There's been a lot of fog. The night was cold. Even though the time is 8:31 a.m. the local time. The winter effect is still there. Well, should be at least a couple of runs. Missed by the keeper. By signal by the umpire, Mohammad Jamil Ahmed. Well, full toss, and that's gone all the way for 6. The second maximum for Danish. Brilliant connection. He has been looking for these opportunities. Finally, he gets a loose delivery, and that delivery has been punished. Not an easy thing to bowl in these conditions. When the ball is wet, the outfield is even, has some dew. In fact, a lot of dew. Last ball of the over. Well, once again on the back foot, played it straight. Didn't carry to Uma. Another single to finish the over. Another good over for 𝗫𝗎𝗄𝗎 𝗹11. 13 runs from it. 14 overs gone, 90 for 6. Runs continue to flow. 𝗵𝗡 is back to bowl his second over, though the first over has been a bit expensive. That's the second one for Danish Khan. cuts it. Slight misfield. That should have been stopped. Mohammad Arif is on 14 runs from 12 deliveries. Balls slightly shorter, but a quicker delivery. Didn't expect that pace. That's gone high. And straight into the hands. A 39-run partnership has been broken. That gives a sigh of relief for 𝗵𝗵𝗃. Brilliant delivery. There's 5 more overs to go after this. I think they thought it's the time to take risks. That one didn't work in the favor of batter. Arif gone for 14 of 14 deliveries. 7th wicket down for 95 runs for 𝗦𝗃𝗃 in 14.5 overs. That's gone very high. It's a brilliant catch though. Right in front of the boundary rope. That's straight long gone. Brilliant catch by Surya. Two in two. What a moment this is for the Prime 11 and for 𝗵𝗵𝗃. He is delighted. Mohammad Sadiq walked in and now is walking out as duck. He stood deep in his crease and a perfect delivery. Hitting on top of the off and middle, taking the bails off, punches in the air. 𝗵𝗵𝗃. Brilliant over. Double wicket in 5 runs. 95 for 8 in 15 overs. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃 are in all sorts of trouble. They're 8 down for 95. Difficult conditions to bat. They couldn't assess it well at the toss. After winning the toss, they elected to bat first. But the power play was not in their favor. They lost half their side. And now they only have 2 wickets in hand. Still 5 overs to bat. The lone fighter, Danish Khan, is still there in the middle. Is on 39 of 32. The new batter is Sufyan, who's at the non-striker's end. Ashok is back to bowl his last over. He bowled 3 overs, conceded just 8 runs with an economy of 2.67. In the air and taken! What a catch! No, that's been given as no ball. Well, bit of drama there. Yes, that's over the waist height. Free hit. Another full toss. Pulls it to deep mid-wicket. A very good catch though. He's disappointed with the decision. Not only him, the entire fielding camp. Sufyan is off the mark. A change of gloves for Danish. Slightly overpitched on the midland leg. Tries to deep mid-wicket for single. Well, attempted Yorker on that occasion. It tries to deep point for a single, and 100 comes up for 𝗦𝗃_11. And that's a very good comeback by the batting side after losing 5 wickets in the power play. That was a quick run. The fielder came in charging, but he could not collect the ball. On the pads, should be a leg by. After 16 overs, 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗏 102 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Well, 4 more overs to go in this innings. Danish Khan on 42 of 36, and he's at the non-striker's end. 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 continues his spell. Got a couple of wickets in his previous over. Brilliant comeback by him as well. Pulls the length back, shorter length delivery. They continue to take singles. 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗵 batters. Lot of gaps on the offside, as 3 fielders are on the boundary rope. Deep point, deep extra cover and long off. Lovely shot. That should be a boundary. Much needed. Pressure relieving. Not the ideal length to bowl with that field setup, because there's a huge gap between deep point and deep extra cover. Boundary number 3 for Danish, and he's on 47. And he tries to go big, misses it completely. "You miss, I hit," says 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃. That's a big blow for 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗏. It's pretty straight, knocking the middle stump out. Brilliant delivery, excellent comeback by 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃. Gets his 3rd wicket. And Danish Khan, the highest scorer of the side, gone for 47 of 39 deliveries. The camp applauds for his efforts. Danish has hit 3 boundaries and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 120.59. He should have stayed a little longer. And 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗏, 9 down for 109, and the last batter has just walked in. 𝗂𝗏𝗏. He's got 279 runs of 234 matches. Decent enough strike rate for a tail-ender. 71.5. Well, misfield, and 𝗂𝗏 is off the mark. Another brilliant over by 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃. 8 runs and a wicket. 17 overs gone, 110 for 9. Well, 3 more overs to be bowled. And the skipper is back to bowl his last over. He would love to finish the innings in this over itself. He's got 5 wickets already. Bowls a quicker delivery. Khurram gets an edge, but wouldn't be able to get a run. Almost tossed up. Trying to bowl a Yorker. Gets another single. 1-1-1 for 9. Brilliant numbers for the skipper, CS. Well, another quicker delivery. He's mixing up lengths beautifully. Always keeping the batter in doubt what the next ball is going to be, at what length, at what pace. Slightly slower and tossed up delivery this time. Well, 2 more deliveries to go in this over. He went on his knee, tried to sweep. Single towards mid-wicket. Well, CS could not finish the innings in his over. And the last batting pair survives. A fantastic over. Just 2 runs and he finishes off his spell of 4 overs for 19 runs and 5 wickets. That includes a maiden. Economy is 4.75. After 18 overs, 𝗦𝗃 1-1-2 for 9. And Haricharan bowling the 19th. It pulls, that's in the air, just over the fielder. They should have gone for the second. Haven't taken the first run quickly. A bit casual effort there. Just he tried to get it with one hand. A lovely shot. Beautiful. Flicks it to the perfection. Well, he anchored his front foot, but the timing is superb on that occasion. Every run counts. And if it is a boundary, it's a cherry on top. Also slower delivery on that occasion. Khurram tried to cut it. Well, he gets his first boundary, and with that single, now he goes to the non-strikers and Khurram. Sufyan. Played it straight to the fielder at covers. Last ball to go. Good use of the feet. Comes down the track. A slight fumble at the boundary rope. That allows the batters to go for the second run. They made it to a decent total. So it's 120 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in 19 overs. They survived these last few overs. The batting pair, Sufyan and Khurram, at the end added 11 valuable runs. Looking at the batting scorecard, the highest scorer, Danish Khan, 47 of 39. Second highest was Faizan Khan and Mohammad Arif. Both gave good partnership, good support to Danish. They were at 14, Ahmad Qadri 13, and none of the other batters made it to the double figure mark. They've got overall 16 extras. And in the bowling, CS stands out with 5 wickets, Ram Prabhu 3, and Uma 1 wicket. So when they come to bat, the prime 11 need 121 runs from 19 overs. Welcome back to the chase of the Silver Cup final of RSE MVL Season 8. Here goes the first ball. And the first ball, dark. Look at the celebrations. Look at the energy. And what a delivery. A bit of swing. A perfect delivery from the left-hander. 𝗪𝗏𝗪 Mohiuddin. What a start from him. The Prime 11 is chasing a total of 121 and they lost their first wicket of the very first ball of the innings. Surya gone for none. But none for one, the Prime 11. New batter is Ashok Thandu. He's got 631 runs in 84 matches. He's got 44 runs in the last 5 innings. Is in good form. Syed Mustafa. Well, the new batter is Haricharan. And he's off the mark. Lalit on strike. Well, that's close. And up goes the finger. What an over this has been. Lalit could not believe what has happened. He hasn't moved his feet much. Standing right in front of the stumps. Umpire Jamil Ahmed has taken his time and then raises his finger. Well, that pitched in line on the leg stump, moving slightly across to the offside. Well, two golden ducks. One run for the loss of 2 wickets in 3 balls. New batter is in crease. Well, that one's slightly outside the leg stump line. New batter 𝗬𝗃𝗏 is off the mark. He's a very experienced player. Very aggressive as well. His career average is 32.09. He's got 3,081 runs in 122 matches with a strike rate of 143.7. And could not find the gap. Hari on strike. Last ball of the over. And that again onto the pads. Was an in-swinger. A fantastic over. Brilliant start, especially by Mujtaba Mohiuddin. The prime 11, 2 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. The new ball is being shared by Mohammad Sadiq, the right-arm medium pace bowler. Got 207 wickets in 272 matches. That's being 5 for 20. It's coming from over the wicket. Starts off well, targeting the stumps. That's what he got the advice from Mujtaba. They had a chat when he was coming to bowl. Probably might have said, don't try anything different, just target the stumps. Ooh, brilliant delivery once again. Slightly away from that outside edge. Not much of a footwork on that occasion again. Hari on strike. Good length delivery. Slightly away from the off stump. It's not a huge total that they are chasing, but the batting conditions are very difficult. The ball is not coming nicely onto the bat because of the dew sticking a bit. Look at that, they're trying to go for big hits. That they are not able to time it well. These conditions are bowling friendly. They want to capitalize on these conditions. We've seen that in the first innings. Well fielded. He dives to save the run. Four for two after 2 overs. Another good over. An overall brilliant start. By 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗵𝗏. And Mustafa continues. Well, that one didn't bounce enough. It kept low. Hari swings and misses. Tosses it up. Doesn't want to give much width, and the timing for the batter. Ball slightly quicker one. Three dots in a row. Remember, dot balls mean pressure. We have to see how the batters would cope that pressure. Hari, 2 runs of 7 deliveries. In fact, 8 deliveries. And this is what I've been talking about. Dot balls, dot ball, dot ball. And the batter thought he will strike back. Tried to play it across, misses it, and once again, Mustafa continued to keep his line intact, hitting that ball on the top of leg stump. Another disappointing exit for the Prime 11. Played it a little early. Look at that. And even the ball kept low. How low was it? Look at the gap between the bat and ball. He walked down the pitch, tried to attack, misses it completely. Haricharan gone for 2 of 10 deliveries. And the prime 11 are in trouble. They are 3 down for 4 runs in 2.4 overs. The new batter is 𝗙𝗵𝗹𝗪. 𝗙 played 282 matches, got 2,740 runs with an average of 11.76. And his strike rate is 110.31. And that one went down the leg side, slightly touching the pads. That's a wicket maiden. 3 overs gone, 4 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Well, we know the low-scoring games are often very tight. And I think this match is living up to those expectations. Not a huge total. Just 6 runs and over is the required rate when they started their innings. Now things are entirely different. The batting side may have a lot of confidence, but now they have to fight back. They have to fight really hard to recover from this situation. They'll take inside edge, and that bounces awkwardly in front of the keeper. And that goes for 4. There was good enough pace on that delivery. A bit of relief for 𝗵𝗆. That's the first boundary of the innings. Well, 𝗙𝗵𝗹𝗪 was in a hurry. He wanted to push. He wanted to steal a run there. It's a very good call by 𝗵𝗆 to send him back. They've already lost 3 wickets. They don't have to take these risks early in the innings. Brilliantly driven in the gap. That shot is from the book. Second boundary of the over. Look at that. How good is he in playing that classic cover drive? Just balances himself, puts the front foot on. Nice back lift. Good follow through. Everything is perfect with that shot. This time on the back foot, cuts it hard, but could not find the gap. It's gone straight to the fielder at point. Well, he's got a couple of boundaries already. That would build the confidence. A good over for the prime 11. 8 runs of it. After 4 overs, 12 for 3. On the pass again, but that's pitching outside the leg stump. So 𝗵𝗡𝗏 continues his spell. He's a star bowler so far in this innings. They want to get as many wickets as possible. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗵𝗏. And another one down. A perfect Yorker. And 𝗵𝗡𝗏 having his one of the best days. Well, he's definitely enjoying his day. Another duck of the innings. Shyam Yadav goes back to the dugout without scoring after facing 4 deliveries. Look at the swing. That is troubling the batters from the beginning of this innings. What a ball that was. And there was a huge gap between bat and pad as well. Lovely delivery. The prime 11, 4 down for 12 runs. And all those 4 wickets were taken by Mustafa Mohiuddin. And the troubles continue to mount for the prime 11. The new batter is Dinesh. A defensive drive by Dinesh. Looking at the numbers, he played 85 matches with the average of close to 14. He's got 865 runs. Well, that's pitching outside the leg stump. Another leg by. Now this would be interesting to see how 𝗬𝗃 would face Mujtaba. Is the only boundary hitter so far. Defends it on the back foot. Not much in the field. Change in the field for Mujtaba. He kept his boundary riders intact. One is at long off and another one at deep square leg. Another one. He tried to defend. That hits straight on the pads, pitching outside the leg stump, so he was safe, 𝗬𝗃. Five overs have been bowled. The prime 11, 13 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. The first change in the bowling attack. Ahmed Qadri was introduced, who's got 205 wickets in 216 matches. Economy is about 8. Best bowling figures of 5 wickets for 25 runs. Bowls a quicker delivery, pull the length back. Dinesh tried to cut it, no contact with the bat. Gentle dab onto the onside, beating the fielder. First boundary for Dinesh, and he opens his account with that. Well, this is the last over of the power play. They've lost plenty of wickets. Now they're focusing on getting some runs. Onto the pads again. They're pushing for 2. Excellent running between the wickets. Try to defend it on the front foot. Almost gets an edge. Flicks it. I was in the air and in the cap as well. He's a very strong player of the onside. Second boundary for Dinesh. He gets to the double figure mark. 10 runs of 7 deliveries. The timing is superb there.
Looks up.
That's in the air, but nowhere close to the fielder. Well, they may have had a troubling start, but they managed to finish the power play in a decent way. Power play completed. The prime 11, 24 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. At this stage in the first innings, 𝗦𝗃𝗎𝗎 were 36 for the loss of 5 wickets. Their run rate was better, but they've lost 1 more wicket as well. Now, in this innings, the current run rate is just 4. However, both these batters look good in the middle. Both of them have got a couple of boundaries each. Dinesh on 11 of 8, Bhuvi 9 of 12 deliveries. Now another change in the bowling. More fielders on the boundary rope now. In fact, 3 extra fielders. So that allows the batters to take singles and doubles freely with the gaps in the inner circle. Skipper Khurram Atesham into the attack. Well, he appeals for caught behind. Not much of support from the keeper.
Incorrect Wi-Fi password.
A vertical shot. Tries to target the mid-wicket region. Again, that ball kept low.
Connecting to Wi-Fi.
Slots it towards the offside.
Reset successful. Rebooting camera. Please wait.
Played it on the front foot. The bowling attack has been pretty good so far. I haven't bowled too many bad balls. Managed to give only 4 boundaries in the power play of 6 overs. That shows how good they are with their line and length. Disciplined bowling. Misses the line of the last ball. So he has to re-bowl it. Well, not a great throw. A bit of hesitation. But they managed to finish the run successfully. After 7 overs, the prime 11, 29 for 4. More 92 runs needed from 78 deliveries. 𝗵𝗡𝗃𝗲 continues. And should be a bite. That was an awkward bounce again. Tall man, 𝗵𝗡𝗃𝗲, is hitting the deck hard to generate some extra bounce. Once again, there's a bit of hesitation in taking that run. Dinesh was a bit skeptical initially. This is a smooth run. I think now their understanding is better. But we called for the run immediately, and Dinesh responded. Another impressive over from the bowling side. Just 3 runs conceded. 8 overs gone, 32 for 4. They still need 89 runs from 72 deliveries. Current run rate continues to be at 4, and the required has slightly gone up to 7.42. The prime 11 need just 1 big over to bring that required run rate down. So far, we haven't seen much aggression from the batters. They're playing sensibly. Khurram has to re-bowl it as that went down the leg side for a wide. Back-to-back wides. He's struggling with the line just a bit. He doesn't want to give much width on the offside, so he's trying to target the stumps. But that one's swinging down the leg side. Once again on the pads. Well, they've got some useful runs. 4 runs from the first 2 deliveries. So they'll be happy when they get some freebies. Well, that's up in the air, long off. No chance for him. Faizan Khan, the fielder, at long off. Now they are trying to counter-attack. Now the partnership is growing. This is what they need. They needed one big partnership. The more the better. (27-run partnership of 27 balls. At the moment, they are not concerned about the run rate. Their primary focus is to save the wickets. And along with that, if they can get some runs, that's a bonus. Risky shot. Good over for the prime 11. 8 runs of it. 9 overs gone. 940 for 4. Now spin is introduced. At the Mohyuddin. Right arm off break bowler. At the played 210 matches, got 155 wickets. Economy is close to 8.5. His bowling figures 4 wickets for 18 runs. Pitching slightly away from the off stump, trying to turn it into the batter. Both right-handers are in the middle. I think it's a good bowling change. Well, that's up in the air and gone over long off. First maximum of the innings. And this batting pair is counter-attacking the bowlers. First maximum for Bhuvi. Now he improved his strike rate. We'll try to play a paddle sweep. Ended up playing it back to the bowler. Sweeps again, that's in the air and clears it up this time over long gone. For a moment, the fielder looked interested that he thinks he can grab it. Jumps into the air as well. And look at the bat speed and follow through. Brilliant shot. 50 up for the prime 11. 53 for 4. Well, all of a sudden, the equation looks a lot simpler. That's a good shout out. Appeal by the keeper. Halfway through the innings, the prime 11, 53 for 4. It still needs 68 runs from 60 deliveries. And it's time for a short drinks break. So 53 for 4 after 10 overs. And this partnership is threatening the bowling side. The partnership of 41 of 34. The biggest over for them was the 10th over. They squeezed 13 runs with a couple of maximums. Bhuvi on 28 of 28. Dinesh 17 of 16. Well, tried to flick, takes a leading edge, goes over the bowler's head. Khurram bowling his third over. Slower delivery, nicely defended by Bhuvi. His change of sides after 10 overs. Well, another extra given by Khurram. Flicks it on the back foot. Went for a quick run. Easy pickings these for the batters. Now both of them are settled very well in the middle. They're nicely rotating the strike and building the partnership. Once again goes on the back foot pretty quickly. Opens the full face of the bat and punches it through deep cover point. No trouble for the batters whatsoever. They continue to rotate the strike. The prime 11, 59 for 4 after 11 overs. 62 runs needed from 54 deliveries. what does he want to do? The skipper. He needs to make some changes, some good moves, because the partnership is reaching half century. They need a wicket to come back into the game. Usually one wicket produces another. They just need that breakthrough now. 𝗪𝗙�la𝗃 continues. Slightly over pitched, nicely driven to long off for a single. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 has hit a couple of maximums in 𝗪𝗙𝗃𝗃's bowling in his previous over. Now it's change of sides. We have to see how he plays it out. A flighted delivery. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 doesn't take any risk. Simply defends on the front foot. Beats the fielder in the 30-yard circle, and it's no one is there to stop it. And 50 partnership comes up between 𝗬𝗃𝗃 and Dinesh. 52 from 44 deliveries. And overall, that's the third boundary for 𝗬𝗃𝗃. The fielder edge covers is pushed to the boundary rope after that boundary. So an extra fielder comes into the offside. Mid-wicket is taken off. Cuts it to backward point. Last ball of the over. Another flighted delivery. A gentle push to square leg. And a boundary to finish the over. Overall 7 from it. After 12 overs, 66 for 4. Now the skipper brings his best bowler back. Syed Mujtaba Mohideen. Well, they're leaking runs now. The change of end didn't work, at least of the first ball. It's a huge wide. It missed by the keeper as well. So 5 bonus runs added to the scoreboard. It was brilliant so far. With 2 maidens and 4 wickets. Came to bowl the last over, his last over. Start of the over wasn't impressive, but his target is to get a wicket. What is he going to bowl now? Sensible batting by Bhuvi and Dinesh. Now they are heading in the right direction. Course correction is done. Well, big appeal for caught behind. There was definitely a noise, probably hitting the bat, hitting the ground. Flicks it. That's in the gap. May not go for 4, but they will get a couple of runs at least. Excellent running. They went for 3. This one turns out to be another good over for the prime 11. Still 2 more deliveries to go in this over. A slower delivery, full toss away from the off stump. Plays it in the gap. The fielder in the deep had no chance. Well, that was a misfield. The ball was turning and he did not take that into consideration. An expensive over. So last ball of the over. And once again, pushing for 2. Brilliant batting. And another over made their equation a lot simpler. 13 overs gone, 82 for 4. The biggest over so far for the prime 11. They've got 16 runs of it. For the first time, the equation is less than run a ball required. They need 39 runs from 42 deliveries. And what a partnership this is. 70 from 52. Bhuvi gets into his 40s, 42 of 37, and Dinesh 26 of 25. And the skipper continues his spell. This is his last over. conceded 19 runs in his first three. He's trying all different kinds of things. Flighted deliveries, slower ones, trying to get some turn of the surface. That was a flighted delivery, but missed on the line completely. Went down the leg side for wide. They're rotating the strike pretty nicely. I think that's the key in building the partnership here. Getting runs, taking the pressure off. They haven't taken too many dot balls. They always try to rotate the strike. Another slower delivery. That's up in the air, but that will land safely. Another single. This one towards a deep mid wicket. Well, he has to reball it again. Another wide. Ball it on the pads. Flicks it. Very well fielded. He attacks the ball. It's pretty quick, the fielder. Collects the ball and throws it to the keeper. All that happened pretty quickly. So last ball of the over. Well, that is pretty easy, effortless for 𝗬𝗃. That's boundary number 5. For the prime 11. 14 overs gone, 93 for 4. 28 more runs needed from 36 deliveries. Last couple of overs have been very good for the batting side. flighted delivery. 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃 bowling his third over. 𝗫𝗫𝗄𝒄𝒄 for 4 in 14.1 overs. Another flighted, slower delivery. Gets onto the back foot, punches it through deep extra cover for single. It was good enough width for the batters to drive it through deep extra cover. Back-to-back singles. It's a brilliant partnership so far. 84 of 61. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 back on strike. Half century for 𝗬𝗃𝗃. 50 runs from 42 deliveries. That includes 5 boundaries and 2 sixes. It was slow initially, but he improved his strike rate tremendously and hit some nice shots. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗵𝗏 has started the innings very well. Got all 4 wickets. In the power play, but then they missed to, or rather they could not break this partnership. That was another full toss. Flicks it to deep square leg for a couple of runs. 15 overs gone, 99 for 4. More 22 runs needed from 30 deliveries. Well, it's a brilliant comeback by the Prime 11, especially this pair of Dinesh and 𝗬𝗃𝗃, who added 87 runs to the scoreboard in 64 deliveries. They played very sensibly. They assessed the conditions. They've taken their time initially and made sure they do not lose another wicket. The team lost 4 wickets early in the innings within the power play. Another change in the bowling attack. Farhan Farooqi. Another off-break spinner comes into the attack. Well, 100 up with the previous single. Now it's 101 for 4. Another flighted delivery, but that was 2 away from the off stump. Good enough width. It didn't have to do anything, just guide it in the gap. And that's gone for 4. Very well timed by 𝗬𝗃𝗃. Got his 6th boundary. Change in the field immediately. Similar delivery, similar shot, even though there's a fielder, it's away from him. It's gone a lot squarer, in fact, in front of the square. The fielder was squarer, so he had no chance. Back-to-back boundaries for 𝗬𝗃𝗃. Another flighted delivery. He goes big. It's in the air and clears the rope. Has it? Yes, it has. What an over this has been for the Prime 11. Now the required runs has come down to a single digit. It goes again. Has he got enough? That's gone. Waiting for the umpire signal. Yes, he raises both his hands. What a way to finish the match. And the star of the batting side, 𝗬𝗃𝗃, finishes things off in style with a maximum. The Prime 11 has won this Silver Cup final with 6 wickets in hand. Brilliant knock by 𝗬𝗃𝗃 along with Dinesh. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 stayed not out, 71 of 47 with 7 boundaries and 4 sixes. And the strike rate of 151. And Dinesh, 34 of 33. Yes, hit a couple of boundaries. And overall, 14 extras have been given to the Prime 11. In bowling, the only wicket taker is Syed Mujtaba Mohiuddin. He bowled 4 overs with 2 maidens. Has got 4 wickets by conceding 17 runs. Stay tuned for the presentation, post-match presentation. Morning and welcome to the post-match presentation of the Silver Cup of RSE MVL Season 8. It was a wonderful match, even though it's low scoring. The first few overs, especially the power play of both the innings, were very crucial. Thank you all very much for joining, and thanks for the entertaining match for us. So we'll move on to the presentation straight up. The first one is the fighter of the match, that goes to 𝗙𝗵𝗆 Mohiuddin for his brilliant spell of 4 overs, 2 maidens. He considered only 17 runs for 4 wickets. Well bowled, Mustafa. Next one is the player of the match, that goes to CS6, who has got 5-4 in the first innings for 4 overs, 1 maiden, conceded 19 runs, and he has got 5 wickets. So player of the match memento for CS06. Well, it was the bowler's game. Now it's time for the mementos for the runners team. May I request the skipper to please come over and call your team members. 𝗃𝗹𝗃𝗃 of Mighty Super 11. टीम को बुलाइए। हाँ।
Mr. परवेज आलम।
जल्दी जल्दी बुलाइए।
Mr. अहमद खादरी। एहतिशाम मोहिउद्दीन। Mr. फरहान फारूकी। अनवर सादिक दानिश फैजान मुश्तबा सुफियान वसील अहमद
Okay.
I think we are done.
Okay. And last but not the least, the skipper 𝗃𝗹𝗃𝗃. 𝗃𝗹, hard luck, and it was a very tight match, I would say, at least until the first 6 overs. So, what do you have to say about the match?
I mean, it was a very excellent match. Though we won the toss, unfortunately, my fielders weren't available at the ground, so we had to forcibly take batting. Otherwise, we would have chosen the bowling as well. Anyways, you know, we can say very well fought. It was a very good game, tight game. But the luck, as you say, it always favors the brave. Congratulations to Prime 11, excellent, you know, and hard luck to our team members. Still a long way to go, guys.
Later.
considering how Mustafa was bowling, it was bound to happen. He has always given us very crucial breakthroughs in the past as well. So the wicket was little bit damp. After 8 overs, the pitch got much better as the sun came up, and it was easy to bat. Not to take away from both the batsmen, they really played well, but unfortunately conditions were different for them.
And overall, how was this tournament for you this season? And you,
I should say we have participated in the past as well. However, we couldn't cross that silver journey. Actually, we actually aimed for gold and platinum. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that. Next time we'll try after Ramadan, inshallah.
Well, all the best for the coming future tournaments. And now it's time for the trophy presentation. Gentlemen, please give it up for the runners of the Silver Cup, Mighty Super 11.
Come on guys, cheer up guys. You fought well. Thank you so much guys.
Well played, team Mighty Super 11. Now may I request the captain of the Prime 11 CS to please come over. We'll have a chat, but first mementos for your team members, so please call their names.
Yep.
First, I would like to call Surya. 𝗹𝗶𝗃𝗏 batter. Unfortunately, we didn't capitalize his batting today. Thank you, sir. Lalit. Hard luck for today. Never mind, we'll have plenty of matches. And 𝗀𝗰𝗄𝗃. A valuable partnership. It was a long inning that you have played, and we love seeing you score more. Dinesh, another strong middle order batsman. Uma, Sham, Karthik, Ram.
And now one more for the skipper himself. So talk us through the match first.
The initial power play that we have started, it was very nice bowling by our team. We could capitalize the power play and took as much as wickets we can. And then the top order was completely gone for them, the opponent team, and we want to break another partnership which we couldn't. However, we want to restrict them as much as possible, and ideally we were planning at 120, 130, and we restricted everything as per the expectations.
So first innings went according to your expectations, but I think the second innings did not start the way you expected. So what was the mindset, during the first few overs in the camp?
They started really well, and the ball was swinging so much, and the top order couldn't capitalize the swing, and we wanted it as much as possible. But unfortunately, we lost all the top orders in first couple of overs itself. And later we had a strong middle order which we want to utilize, and the mindset is clear. We want to build a partnership which can lead us to a win. So that was we achieved at the end.
And with the way the wickets were falling in the power play, do you think there would be another few more wickets, or what was running in the camp? What do you think in how many overs or with how many wickets that you would win?
We want to win with more wickets, but later on, looking at their bowling and the fielding, they really did fantastic. and we want to utilize that. So we built a partnership, and the aim was very clear. We want to build a partnership and restrict not to lose the wickets in next couple of overs, which we achieved, and ideally that gave us a good win.
And the same question I would ask. So, how was your journey in this season, and what do you have to say about the organizers?
Being at a corporate role, we have our shifts because of which we couldn't have a proper regular players in the entire tournament. But ideally, we lost a couple of matches and crucial matches as well. But looking at the final, we want to come with our actual team, which we did today. And we have initial confidence that we're going to win the match, and we did it.
And how was this tournament conducted? How does your team feel about this?
Yeah, it was really good playing with MVL, and this is our first tournament with you guys. And the organizing is very well, and we loved your strict implementations of the rules, which on time. But today we couldn't start it because of the moisture and looking at the weather conditions, which was acceptable. And we would love to try in the next tournament if we can accommodate this.
Well, all the best, and thank you very much for those wonderful words for the organizers. Now it's time for the trophy presentation. Gentlemen, please give it up for the champions of the Silver Cup of RSE MVL Premier League Season 8, the Prime 11. Team, please join for the photo op. Congratulations to the winners and hard luck to the opponents. And all the best for the future tournaments. That's all from the presentation. This is Sam signing off.